Before the bottom fell out, I was simp machine. Drone, slave to man, child, baby. Before the bottom fell out, I had no sentience, opinion, thought, or recognition of pattern. Now at the bottom, fallen, in a new land uninhabitable to most men, I find myself pondering. What would it be like if I were two young boys? Beautiful, supple-skinned young boys with radiance and a lust for life unsullied by the fall of man. Two young, handsome, beautiful, Christ-fearing young men who of their own accord started a podcast about film, life, love and loss. And what if these young men had guests on topical to their time period, that being of the 2020s? What would happen? How many likes would I get as these two young, beautiful, virile men full of fertile seed and rapturous thought? Would I be admonished by the very culture I worship? Would I be successful? Would people pay for the Patreon exclusives? One can only wonder.
What is up, everybody that's ever been in the world? It's me, G Baby, here with Gravy Baby J Baby, and we have a special guest in the studio today.
It's just J Baby. But yeah, I want to introduce our special guest. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Hawktua. Hawktua is a famous Malay hero. He's well loved and adored, and he's also one of the very few heroes that Malays have. And I think Malays and Malaysians in general love him a lot.
Yeah, so that's her, guys. We got Haley in the studio.
We got Haley in here. Haley, how do you feel being on the Baby Heads podcast?
I'm very excited, man. I've been a huge fan since I was a kid. I used to watch your stuff online a lot, and it's just surreal being here for real.
What's your favorite thing we've ever done?
You guys covered a video game that I like a lot called Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. You guys played it with a guitar, and you were singing to the song. It was super awesome, and I love Metal Gear, and I love the song you guys made. And I learned the song and performed it during my school's talent show.
Wow, Haley, thank you so much for saying that.
You're a true friend. You're a true fan, huh? You're a baby head for sure.
You're a baby head for sure, and we're glad to have you. Did you watch what was the movie we watched?
Did you enjoy watching Drowning by Numbers with us, Haley? Because we'd love to have your take.
Dude, Drowning by Numbers is a great film. You guys have great taste in movies. I love British films. They're my favorite.
Well, thanks, Haley. It was fun watching it with you. What were some of your favorite parts?
It was really difficult to follow at first. The story was a bit confusing because the story was told in the form of numbers, not dialogue, and it was super artistic. But it had an interesting premise, you know? It explores the lives of multiple women and the lives of their children. It was super intriguing. And the way it was shot, it was awesome. They did some cool stuff with the colors and the framing and the angles, and those were really unique.
What did you think about the tilt shift, Haley? Did you enjoy that? The use of tilt shift in the movie? I thought it was a really good way to make it more dreamlike and put it in its own world. How about you, Jay, baby? What did you feel about the tilt shift photography?
I thought the tilt shift was I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
It just kind of makes it seem like that's when it looks like a puppet kind of claymation type of thing, right?
Yeah, and what did you think about that, Haley?
Yeah, I had this really weird impression on the tilt shift at first, because tilt shift is usually used to make things big seem like miniatures. But I think in this movie, it's almost the opposite. It made the miniatures become bigger, which is kind of interesting, and it kind of felt like I was in a dream almost. Especially the last scene with a mother and child in that boat on a foggy lake. It really made everything look kind of unreal and dreamlike. It was really cool.
Yeah, I thought the movie was fucked up, and honestly, like, fucked up movies, like, I can get into it sometimes. Like, for instance, I just saw Baby Invasion. I don't know if you saw that, Haley, but it's a Harmony Korine movie, and I like it more because it's more of like a sensory kind of experience, and this was more of like a kind of like an I Spy book, which was cool, but it's not like my favorite thing.
Me, however,
Dude, that movie was so good. Like,
Haley,
it's a total sensory overload, but somehow it keeps you, like you said,
sorry, Gavin.
like it keeps you engaged the whole time. The way that film is shot was so unique. It, like, literally felt like you were in a film strip. Dude, Baby Invasion rocked, man. Baby Invasion was awesome. It was a good, like, psychedelic experience, and I'm kind of a fan of that.
well, Haley, I would appreciate it if you didn't fucking interrupt me on my own podcast.
Yo, dude, Haley's our guest, dude, and she's
Haley, will you
not talk to her like that?
Haley, I'm sorry, I got a little aggressive there, but you interrupted me on my podcast. I would never do that on Hawk Tua, or Talk Tua, I mean. I would never do that. And you came into my studio with your big cowboy boots and your fucking blonde hair, and you thought you could come in here and interrupt me when I'm trying to say my point.
Haley, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what G Baby's saying. I don't know what's going on with him.
Honestly, Haley, fuck you is what's going on with me.
Whoa,
dude, chill out, man. I'm sorry.
Haley, listen, it was fun having you, but I think it's best you go. I don't really feel safe with you and G Baby being in the same room. I feel like something bad's about to happen. But we'll catch you later, okay? G Baby, can you say bye and like say sorry or something?
Haley, I'm gonna string you up by your fucking fingernails.
Thanks for having me. Sorry we had a disagreement. Yo, it's alright. I really gotta go anyway.
And
so
you just
I'll see you
interrupted
next time.
me again.
All right.
You just
Bye,
interrupted
guys.
me again. You're
Bye.
interrupting me right now. Stop fucking interrupting me, Haley. God damn. Can you bring on our next guest?
Our next guest?
Yeah.
They're still in the back, but I can tell them to hurry up.
Let's bring him in.
All right.
God.
Sorry about that, guys. I know, G Baby, you're not really like that usually. Why are you so like aggressive to our guest?
I don't know. She pissed me off.
She said she's sorry.
She fucking. I was talking.
She's not ever gonna come back.
I don't give a shit, man. I don't give a shit. Who needs her? Who needs her fucking influence?
All right.
We got a bigger guest up
All right.
next.
Yeah. So I want to introduce our next guest. Hey, why don't you introduce yourself? It's the Babyhead podcast with J Baby and G Baby. Say hi to everybody listening right now.
I'm Riz. Nice to meet you all, and thanks for the intro.
Yeah, man. So it's great having you here.
Who the fuck is this guy?
This is my friend.
Who's your friend's name? What's your friend?
Say your name again, buddy.
I'm Riz, and I'm a real Rizzy. That's all there is to me, baby.
Whoa.
Hey,
why are you talking like that, dude?
You trying to riz me up?
Raising you? Nah, I'm just showing you my Rizzler moves, so you know how it's really done.
How is it really done?
Smooth moves, confidence, and charm, baby. That's how a real Rizzler works their magic.
Why are you calling me baby, first of all? We haven't even got to that point.
We're baby heads. What are you talking about?
You know what? You're right.
You forgot about about that.
Listen, guys, I'm on defensive mode today. I had a lot of caffeine, a lot of taurine, and I would like to apologize. I'd like to apologize to you, Rizzy baby.
Yeah, Rizzy baby, I'm sorry too. I brought you out here. We wanted to talk movies with you. I hope you're still comfortable. Are you good?
Hey, it's all good, baby. Don't worry too much. We're here to chill and talk movies, right? I'm comfortable. Don't fret about it. Let's get into some movie talk.
What did you think about Drowning by Numbers? Did you think it was a work of modern art, or did you think it was maybe a little bit passé?
Drowning by Numbers was something else, eh? I'd say it was a bit of a mixed bag for me. Some parts were definitely modern art vibes, but it also had this kind of passé feel. It gave me this unique but somewhat odd experience, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Rizzy, I kind of felt similar about the movie. It was definitely like interesting in its construction, but past that, I mean, it's kind of like reading a fold out book. You know what I mean? The ones that like pop up, and for me, that's like a interesting but novel kind of experience that didn't really seem that profound to me. And I kind of look for some profound stuff in film, generally, but it was pretty good.
Rizzy, what did you think about the metaphors used in the movie, the genital mutilation specifically, and how it ties into Samson from the Bible?
The metaphors were definitely something, especially the genital mutilation bit tying into Samson from the Bible. It gave the movie this surreal and thought-provoking vibe. It got me pondering, you know? It's like the filmmaker was trying to make a statement about biblical themes in a very unconventional way. It's one of those movies that sticks with you, eh?
Yay, for sure.
Facts, brother, facts. G-Baby, what else do we watch with Rizzy and Haley Welch?
We watched Transylvania 5000.
We did watch Transylvania 5000. That one was fucking boring.
Yeah, that movie kind of sucked. What do you think, Rizzy?
Yeah, Transylvania 5000 wasn't really my cup of tea either. It felt kinda bland and predictable. I was hoping for more fun and excitement, but it fell flat. Definitely one of those movies you watch once and then forget about.
Rizzy, I like what you're saying and stuff, but I feel like you feel like you have to go along with our opinions right now, and you don't have to do that. Is that your true feelings on...
Listen, Rizzy said when he was introducing himself, he's all about a chill vibe. I don't think he's trying to like disrupt anything, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
He's like, he's kind of like the balancer of the group. He's like keeping us afloat. It's like the ice. Right, Rizzy?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to keep things chill and go with the flow, you know? I appreciate your perspective, guys. I'll try to be more assertive with voicing my true opinions in the future. Thanks for understanding, fellas.
Of course, and I'm glad you're open to constructive criticism. Most people aren't. I don't know if you saw the spat I just had with Hawk Tua Girl, but she really was grinding my gears. She interrupted me on my own podcast, and I had to tell her what the fuck was up. Do you think I was wrong for that?
Nah, you weren't wrong, man. It's your podcast. You're the boss. If someone's interrupting and causing trouble, you gotta set them straight. You were just protecting your turf, that's all. Don't sweat it, bro.
Man, thanks, Rizzy.
Rizzy, bro, you weren't there, dude. G-Baby berated our podcast guest in front of everybody. Wasn't a good look for him. Wasn't a good look for Haley, who she's our friend. Like, we're trying to help her out after all this crypto shit. And you're just kind of like fucking making her look worse, dude. And Rizzy, listen, I said before, I didn't mind your fucking chill vibes and shit, but listen, bro, you just were talking about you're gonna try to be assertive and fucking voice your own opinion, and here you are fucking slobbering on G-Baby's dick. Like, the fuck, bro?
Whoa, chill out, man. I'm not trying to slobber on anybody's anything. I was just being supportive, but I hear what you're saying. I'll try to speak up more and not just go along with everyone else.
Honestly,
I'm here to be real, not just follow along like a sheep.
did you see how you just interrupted me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rizzy,
you gotta go. You gotta fucking go.
Rizzy, it's been a pleasure, bro. You had a real fucking insightful shit to say about the movies we watched. But yeah, you gotta. It's you and Haley can go hang out outside. Alright.
Wow, okay. That escalated real quick. I'm sorry if I interrupted you. It wasn't intentional.
All
Thanks
right.
for the conversation.
All right,
It was
all
a
right.
pleasure discussing the movies
Okay,
with you
all right.
guys.
All
Guess
right.
I'll go hang out with Haley outside
You
now.
go hang out
Take
with
care,
Haley.
bros.
Oh my god.
All right.
You hang out with Haley. We're gonna have our next guest on. Kevin Spacey is here. He's gonna have a lot to say about these films. Kevin,
I gotta get Kevin's still in the back, bro.
you can pull. Kevin's gonna. The power of editing.
Let me get Kevin. Let me get Kevin over here. Kevin. He's getting water.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, come. Yeah. Kevin. Okay.
Hey,
All right. Yeah, come sit.
hey, Kevin, take a seat. Are you ready for the Baby Heads podcast where we talk movies and life?
Can't wait.
Thanks, Kevin. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people listening who may or may not know you? I mean, obviously everybody knows you're a fucking superstar on the news and stuff, but tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm Kevin Spacey. I'm the star of many movies, as you guys are probably aware of. American Beauty, Usual Suspects, and my upcoming movie, Beyond the Sea.
Yeah, guys, so make sure you guys check out Beyond the Sea. Looks like it's going to be a great flick.
Kevin's got our full endorsement on everything he does. Isn't that right, Kevin?
You can say that. I'm very excited about it, and it's great to see that there's been a lot of interest and good reactions to the trailer, and people seem to be very excited about the film, which makes me feel incredibly gratified.
Do you think that all of the criticism about you being a malicious predator who
Well,
no we need to get it out in the open. All the media is calling you a pedophile and
he's just gay, dude.
you're just gay, aren't you? You're not a pedophile.
I'm actually bisexual, which really makes the headlines a bit more interesting.
We're sorry,
Kevin.
We didn't know you were bisexual. We thought you were just straight up gay.
I loved you in Glengarry Glen Ross.
Thank you. Actually, I don't know if people are aware of this or not, but that movie was actually shot very quickly and improvised a lot as we shot it with a lot of the actors who are in the film. You know, Al Pacino, Alan Arkin, Ed Harris, and they're all just absolutely fantastic in the film. And the dialogue is electric.
Yeah, I had no clue, Kev. But I know you were watching movies with us last night with me, Haley, and Rizzy and G Baby, and we just kind of wanted to talk about them with you a little bit, so the people back home can kind of see more takes on the movies.
Yeah. And Jacob, what movie did you choose?
I chose Riki-Oh.
You chose another movie.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, Drowning by Numbers was our double choice.
Yeah, because that's one that I discovered on Senator Nerdle playing
Senator
that.
Nerdle. Kevin, what do you think about Senator Nerdle, the game on the phone where you have to
Make movie
connections? Do you think that's a good? Do you think that's a good game for movie lovers like us?
Yeah, there is actually something about connecting films, you know, that you may not think of as actually being connected. Yeah. So, like, you could say a film you like, Blade Runner, you would say, oh, Ridley Scott, you know, Harrison Ford. But then I would say, you know, Harrison Ford is in Star Wars. So there you go. You know there's a connection that you wouldn't think about. So there's fun little connections like that I think make the game rather fun.
Kevin, I think you're pretty fucking surface level with your opinions about Senator Nerdle. You said, oh, Harrison Ford is in Blade Runner.
It was just an example so that people can understand. Why are you so attacking all of our guests right now?
Kevin, is it true that you killed all of your accusers before the trial?
I can't.
If I killed them, I wouldn't be here doing a podcast with the two of you guys now, would I?
See? Yeah.
That sounds
exactly.
like that sounds like PR training to
That's
me,
not
Kevin.
PR, dude. Have you seen House of Cards, bro?
I have seen House of Cards, and I thought he was marvelous in it.
You were great in House of Cards.
You were great in House of Cards, Kevin, but I do think that you murdered a bunch of young men who were accusing you. It does look like that. Can you tell the people back home with 100% confidence that you were not responsible for the deaths of your accusers?
Of course I wasn't responsible. I mean, I was falsely accused.
That's true. That's Kevin. That's true. You can't just kill somebody who accused you of something you didn't do, because it's a false accusation. So even if you killed them, it's not real.
Yeah. So
that's true.
What do you make of all these deaths? Do you think that maybe they're a little bit too conspicuous?
Well, I can't really theorize about who killed those people, if they were in fact killed, because I'm not an expert at that sort of thing.
Yeah, Kev. Listen, we want your opinion on Riki-Oh. Did you see Riki-Oh? It's a old, not that old, but I think it's a Chinese movie. Have you seen that? Riki-Oh, the story of Ricky.
I have seen Riki-Oh, yes. I mean, I've been very fortunate. I've had access to some great cinema. I mean, being an actor, you learn about the great films as well as the obscure films. And so I'd seen that a long time ago. And I mean, it's a cult classic. So the people that love that movie, they go gaga over it.
Yeah, I went pretty gaga myself. I really liked it.
I enjoyed the first half that I saw before I had to go home.
Yeah, you had to go home. Me and Kev's already seen it, so we didn't really watch it.
No, you and Kev can talk about it. I'll just sit this part out. You go ahead.
Yeah, Kev, I really liked the fucking he just felt so me, you know? Like, I'm fucking also tough, and we'll stand up for what's right, and we'll when I punch somebody, their head blows up. You know what I mean? I'm kind of a tough guy like that. You know what I mean? You're pretty tough too. But what else did you like about the movie, Kev?
It had a real punk rock energy to it. You know, I mean, it was shot in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong had a very interesting cinema as it was transitioning out of the old Shaw Brothers stuff, and you know, a new generation of filmmakers started coming on the scene. So they were influenced by the old cinema, but then started taking it to a new place. So they had a very distinctive look, and the look of Riki-Oh was actually very raw and very punk rock.
Who is another punk rock filmmaker that you can think of right now?
You know, John Waters, David Lynch, Jim Jarmusch, you know, those guys created a punk rock kind of filmmaking that's very original and very unclassifiable.
Yeah, that's kind of facts. Well, who's your favorite out of those three? Or did he say three? He said David Lynch, Jim Jarmusch. What were the three, or the directors he just said? John Waters.
Who's your favorite out of those three?
I love all three of them, but I actually had the opportunity to meet John Waters back when I was doing theater in D.C., and I was very pleased and surprised that he liked my performance as John Proctor in The Crucible.
And Kevin, I know I disagree with your politics, and I'd like to apologize for bringing that out in the open. I'm trying to keep it entertaining for the folks back home, and you know, they also have questions, and if we don't bring them up, they're gonna think we're pussies. They're gonna think we're soulless.
Yeah, like we're sheep or something. Nothing against you, Kev. We know you're good. We just want to give you an opportunity to defend yourself.
Yeah, to voice your woes to our audience, who I believe our audience is one of the most accepting audiences.
Intelligent,
lovable, and we hope you feel comfortable here, and maybe you want to come back sometime.
Yeah, Kev, absolutely.
Well, first of all, I appreciate you bringing up the topic because it's an important one. You know, there's been a lot of misreporting about my personal life and my personal politics, but I would like to set the record straight here. You know, I was brought up in a very conservative, very religious household in New Jersey, And I was taught to love and respect people no matter who they were. It didn't matter what nationality they were, or what race they were, or who they voted for politically.
Kevin, I do want to ask you, like, what's your favorite part of, like, a guy's fucking tight pink butthole?
If you had a sense of humor, you could find a way to make that sound funny.
Oh, fuck, Kevin, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I just want to know, like, actually, because I also, like, I like butt stuff, and I just wanted to kind of know your take on it.
I have to say, this is definitely not what the podcast is trying to be. This was to discuss movies, and that's what we're doing.
Whoa.
You're trying to make people laugh, and I get that. But you're also talking about people and their private parts. And that's where I think we cross the line. To be very honest with you.
I crossed the line, Kev. You're a fucking gay pedophile, bro. Let's fucking face it.
Let's be real. Let's be honest. We had you on here for the clicks.
We had you on here for the fucking clicks, bro. You're a fucking piece of shit. We don't fucking care. Don't tell us how to run our podcast, because god damn it, bro. Like, yeah, we're gonna crack some fucking jokes. We're fucking lighthearted chill bros. We're called the fucking baby heads, for Christ's sake. Why don't you go and fuck yourself, Kevin Spacey? I don't fuck with you at all, brother.
Well, you have a very sick sense of humor, but you do you, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll do me. You do little fucking kids in the butt, bro. Bye.
You piece of shit. You motherfucking piece of shit. Kevin, you fucking piece of garbage. You weren't even that good in anything you did. Seven could have been a fucking way better movie if they had cast, like, freaking, anyone else.
You were the least talented in Glengarry Glen Ross.
You were the least talented at Seven. You were the least talented in American Beauty. You were the least talented in your fucking life. And everybody who comes across you in their life has to fucking wash their hands of you because you're such a sick, twisted pervert. You little fucking pig. You little pig boy.
Well, I'm sure your audience is loving all this.
Yeah, they are, Kev. You know what?
You're being facetious as fuck.
Facetious
Kevin.
as fuck. Go out there with Haley and Rizzy and whoever the fuck else is out there.
God, we got our next guest coming in soon.
Yeah, we
You
do.
know, I
Yeah.
still like you, though.
No,
Your heart is in the right
don't.
place.
we don't give a shit.
Hands off my ass, Kevin. Fuck. God damn it. We gotta get him out of here. Kevin, go, bro. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, the door.
Kevin is just... Yeah, Kevin, get the fuck out of here, Kevin. You piece of shit. Yeah, it's locked, Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. Stop grabbing on his nuts, Kevin. God's sake.
God damn, I had to lock the door. Kevin was grabbing at my nuts.
Dude, Kevin got... Once you call Kevin out and, like, you're not on his side anymore, he gets all fucking grabby.
He gets
And
really...
he thinks he could tell us how to run our podcast.
I honestly...
He was the worst one.
Honestly, he was the worst one. Do you think maybe we're just kind of... we fly off the handle a little too fast?
What did I do?
You didn't do anything.
What did I do? I just tried to make a pink butthole joke because he's bisexual.
Yeah, you would think he would be into the sex positivity of it all, but...
He doesn't want to make a joke of it. Like, it's okay to joke about buttholes. Like, it's funny.
I think it's funny. I love butthole jokes.
Buttholes are fucking weird. You should make jokes about them.
They're weird to look at, too. They're
funny.
cool. Sometimes they got lumps and bumps.
Yeah, they do.
God, we got
Dude,
we got a screen.
These guests harsh the vibe.
We got a screen who we're getting in the stew.
Maybe we should screen Kevin Spacey.
We should check in. We should do a strip search of Kevin Spacey to make sure he's not hiding anything illegal, contraband.
He's definitely got like fucking stuff up his butt. That's why he doesn't want to talk about it, like literal fucking like anal beads and stuff.
You think he's got like a cock cage on?
I think he had a cock cage on the whole time during American Beauty.
I think so too, but he's method.
He's a little too method.
He's a little too method because he touched your butthole and he grabbed my wiener and my balls.
Yeah, after saying butthole jokes weren't okay, he just goes and gropes me.
Yeah, that wasn't cool. He put his finger right on the hole and he like wiggled it around.
It didn't get that deep.
He didn't get deep. He just wiggled his little finger and he tried to get in there.
He touched the rim.
He touched the rim. And he squeezed my nuts so hard that I screamed and I cried. I had to cut that out of the podcast.
Yeah, that was not fun.
I don't want to be embarrassed like
he's
that.
strong. He's actually surprisingly strong.
He's got, like, muscles on him.
And he's old.
He's old as shit. He's got muscles.
I guess if I got canceled like that, I just get, like, huge and nobody could tell me, like, what to do.
That's true. You know what?
I just fuck everybody up and fucking touch their buttholes.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
They're not going to do it. Well, we didn't. What did we do? We didn't do anything.
We had to both kick him out.
We had to get him out of that fucking house. But our next guest is sure to be a fan favorite. We got Hatsune Miku coming in.
Hatsune Miku. Yeah, she's coming. She's getting set up in the back right now, but
She's so excited to be here, you guys. She's so fucking excited. And we're excited to have her because we haven't heard a single bad thing about Hatsune.
yeah, Hatsune Miku's done nothing wrong. Hey, Miku, why don't you introduce yourself? We're on the Babyhead podcast now. We're talking movies. You're joined here with me, J-Baby.
And I am G-Baby. And we're just really excited to have you on, Hatsune. Would you introduce yourself?
Gladly. I'm Hatsune Miku, an idol singer who sings only digital, and I have no physical form. But through the power of Sensei's technology, I can actually gain a physical form. So that means that I can actually stand before you now.
Hold on one second. Are you gonna fucking talk like that the whole time? Are you gonna? Because that's kind of abrasive.
Can you sing instead of talk?
Sure, I can try. But it might be quite awkward if I just started singing in the middle of this podcast.
Well, you're a fucking professional
okay.
musician. You should. Sorry.
Clear throat.
What?
Just stop. Okay.
Okay.
Hatsune, instead of talking, why don't you just, like, talk sing? You know what I mean? Like, use your singing voice to talk.
Talk singing. I've never done anything like that before, but I suppose I could give it a try for you. Takes a deep breath. Is this better, Sensei?
No, it's not. It's not really.
We should have booked Grimes.
Hatsune, it's not. Listen,
Hatsune,
it was good to have you. But you gotta go out there with Kevin and Haley and Rizzy, okay?
Alright, Sensei. I'm sorry I couldn't be the guest you wanted.
It's okay, Hatsune Miku. You didn't do anything wrong.
We still love you. It's just your voice is a little bit too.
Your talking voice is rough.
It's pretty rough to be around. I was picturing you singing maybe to our questions, but you don't understand. You clearly don't understand the prompt we're trying to give you right now.
I understand. I'm sorry for being a bit of a hassle, Sensei. I'll make sure to brush up on my abilities and try again later.
That's all we ask.
Hey, thanks, Hatsune. All right, well, we'll see you later. Should we bring out our next guest, or should we even fucking...
We should bring out our last guest.
I don't even know if it's worth it.
I think it might be worth it because he's in the news right now.
Yeah, he is.
His car business has been ruined.
I don't want us to get canceled for having this guy out. Like, nobody likes him right now.
Nobody likes him, but he's legalizing comedy again.
He can't hear us right now, can he?
No, he can't hear anything.
All right.
What do you really think about this guy?
He's coming right now. Hey,
buddy.
Hey, Elon. Hey. Listen, you're on the Babyhead podcast. You're with G-Baby, J-Baby. We like to talk movies and stuff, and we're so happy to have you on, man. How you doing? And introduce yourself to the people who may or may not know you back home.
Hey G, hey Jay, it's me, Elon Musk. I'm here to talk about movies.
No.
And
All right,
articles.
Elon,
No.
Elon,
fellas.
you don't,
No.
you, bye.
No.
All right, well, that was a fucking flop. I don't even think that was Elon
I don't
Musk.
think that was Elon Musk.
He looked like Elon Musk.
He did, but he didn't sound like
He
him.
didn't sound like him
He
at
kind of
all.
sounded like Stephen Hawking.
He sounded exactly like Stephen Hawking. And you know what? When he was talking, I didn't see his mouth move.
I didn't see his mouth move either, but I thought that was just a South African thing.
I didn't want to say anything.
I don't know.
But, well, I mean, we did say that we kicked him out,
I
but...
did kick him out, but it just was, the vibe was off. He had his kid in here. He's wearing him like a meat shield.
Yeah.
What's his name? XXX Tentacion or whatever?
I think it's pronounced Kyle.
Kyle. Okay,
We
yeah.
didn't get a chance to ask.
And I'm just saying we should have booked Grimes. I think she would have had a lot more to say about the
She
things
likes
that
like communism and stuff.
she does, like communism. She likes Marx.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm a Marxist.
oh, tell me about
I'm
that.
I'm a centrist Marxist.
Tell me about it.
It's just like, yeah, like I think it's cool. I think we should do what Marx is saying. However, it's just like, let's not go too far with it, you know?
That's just kind of. I think that's kind of the thing with everything. You can't take it too
I'm
far.
I'm a Marxist centrist, so
Yeah, you keep saying that.
yeah.
Yeah. But what does that mean to you?
What I just told you.
That you like it, and but you don't want to take it too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Keep myself at a distance from like the extreme parts, you know?
And what would they be?
That'd be like let's kill like the capitalist leaders and stuff.
Yeah, you probably want to stay away from that.
I'm like, hold up. Like I'm not a big killer guy, you know.
Not a killer. Not a killer of men, women, or children. Let me tell you, this guy hates it.
I hate killing.
I do too, as well. I don't like to watch it. I don't like to be a part of it. I don't like to be killed.
You
Go ahead.
No,
go ahead.
I know you don't like being interrupted. I'm sorry.
That's a good point. Everything about killing and being killed, I don't want any part of it. I like when people are alive, so that they can feel pain and suffering and maybe pleasure, if that's something that we want to give to them. Not everyone deserves pleasure. Most people deserve to suffer.
Brother, everybody deserves pleasure.
Even Kevin?
He's already had his.
Yeah, he has.
Things ebb and flow, like the river.
Who's Ebb and Flow?
From the Progressive commercials.
Oh my god, his name is Ebb?
Mm-hmm.
The nerdy one's name's Ebb?
Yeah, Flo.
I know Flo. Everyone knows Flo.
Actually,
we have Flo waiting in the...
What? Should we get her out?
No, I think we should save her for next time.
She can join another time. She's happy back there. She's got the mini sandwiches on the toothpicks.
And we got a charcuterie board back there for Flo.
Yeah.
And
the one thing about Flo is that she will fuck up a charcuterie board, but she'll eat all the cheese and start fucking... What she does is she farts and then acts like it's somebody else who farted. I'm like, bitch, you ate all the cheese.
But it's a funny bit that she does.
She doesn't do it as a bit, though. She does it.
She's being honest.
I think she sincerely wants to eat all the cheese, pretend like she didn't eat all the cheese, and then pretend like she's not farting in the corner.
Have you ever done that? You ever blamed a fart on someone else?
No, I take full responsibility for my farts.
That's true.
Big time.
I've never blamed
you. Accused me one time of farting, and I didn't like it because I don't like being accused of
You
stuff
don't like
I didn't
being
do because I feel like I'm very truthful.
That's true. I'm the same way. I don't like being accused, so I'm sorry I upset you in that way.
Yeah.
I just thought it smelled of your musk.
Well, thank you. Maybe a fart from earlier lingers. Sometimes my farts hang low. They're dense. They don't really disperse that easily, so that's possible. Maybe it was trapped underneath a blanket.
A blanket like you're wearing right now.
Yeah, I got a nice blanket on, and it's keeping my toes warm. Usually I wear socks, but right now...
You do usually wear socks, but they're in the bathroom. I went in there to take a poop, and there were two different kinds of socks that you wore today. They did have the same color, sort of, from what I could tell, but they were two different socks. And that's something that we've talked about before, is that women don't fuck with you if you wear two different socks.
They take a notice of that. That's like something that I think girls tend to check. Like one of the first things, if once you take off your shoes, is he wearing matching socks? So fellas, when you're in the beginning of your Riz stage,
your courtship,
wear matching socks and save the mismatched socks for later. Just because it's not something girls want to buy into is mismatched socks. From what I've learned,
girls are very analytical. They think with their heads and not with their penis, like most men do. Mm-hmm. We see two mismatched socks. We're like,
that's good for our feet.
Good for you. You're wearing socks. Us, if we don't judge. But maybe we should more.
I think it's important to be neat and keep yourself like high hygiene, have good hygiene, stay neat and trim. But mismatched socks is just something, maybe it's not something I'm proud of necessarily. And I think, ladies, y'all do have a point that we should be matching socks. And I want to apologize. I'm sorry that I don't. I usually do. You're wearing mismatched socks right now. Are they both inside out? That's crazy to me.
They're both inside out, and they're both
How do you do that?
opposite ends of the spectrum. I just don't bother to flip them right side in.
That's a step too far from me, brother. I don't think I could wear inside out socks, let alone inside out mismatched socks.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with the mismatched part for me personally.
But inside out?
Inside out's fucked up.
I didn't
That's
care.
soft. There's a reason it's a completely like different like thing.
I don't know. I think it's probably the same.
You're feeling it right now and you're feeling that it's different.
Feels good.
I see you rubbing on your feet.
Yeah, I'm rubbing my little feet, my little tootsie. Our fans back at home better appreciate all the fucking money we put down today to have all those guests on. Surprised
It was not cheap.
It was not cheap, and you'd be surprised by who cost the most. It was the Riz guy.
Yeah,
And
bro.
you
We had to
knew-
fly
you-
him from the Philippines.
And you knew him personally. You said he was your friend.
He's my buddy, but yeah, I had to fly him from the Philippines, and then he wanted money for his family and shit.
And he wanted to stay at the Doubletree.
He wanted to stay at the fucking Doubletree. I'm like, bro, just sleep on the couch with G Baby. But I don't even think we're gonna. I'm not getting his night tonight. He's fucking. I mean, he was being chill.
He was being chill until he like kind of was a people pleaser, and we don't fuck with that.
I do appreciate honesty, and then he was just kind of fucking shitting on Haley, who we were trying to help. That's our friend.
I also was guilty
I think
of being kind of mean to Haley.
You're being mean as fuck. That I didn't appreciate, actually.
I didn't appreciate it either. I have to take a step back from...
You should talk to her after we're done with this.
I think I should. I think I should talk to her. She, honestly, all she did was interrupt me, but it is my podcast, and I have to...
It's, okay, here's the other thing that's bothering me, is you keep saying it's my podcast.
Well, it's our podcast.
It's our podcast.
Yeah, but that does mean that me also is mine.
No, but you said it multiple times, and I made it a point to say our after you said mine to kind of show my, like...
Oh, buddy, I'm sorry.
Because I'm a Marxist centrist.
You are a Marxist centrist.
And right now you're being, like, libertarian centrist.
Listen, let me tell you, I'm going to give you a bit of an ego boost. Could have never done it without you, buddy. You're equal parts everything that ever mattered. You're someone that really comes through, and you're interested in making things happen in a way that a lot of people are too busy with the humdrum of the modern day life.
You know what, brother? Igualmente.
Igualmente
to you, dude, because that's a really nice thing for you to say.
Yeah.
And I feel the same way about you, man. Like, you have all these creative ideas in your fucking beautiful brain, and I just love seeing you put that shit to work and letting the world see how beautiful you are on the inside.
You know, it's really sweet because I've had a lot of people not recognize my inner beauty and maybe misconstrue my intentions. You hungry?
I'm getting kind of hungry, G baby. You hungry?
Yeah.
Should we get something to eat?
Like what?
Pizza?
Hell yeah.
Something else? I don't know. We can...
Hell's bells.
We
Yeah.
can look it up. Guys, it's been such a great time talking to y'all.
This format we did today was interesting. Having guests on.
I liked talking to other people. They had interesting... Haley, I thought, was the most verbose and the most thoughtful of all our guests.
I'm sorry that...
hoping she'll come back.
I'm hoping to. We're going to mend the fences after this. I really...
we should get her a pizza, too.
We should... what do you think she would like on it? Would she like it if we spit on that thing?
To
Anyways, fuck you guys.